Say it, man. Say
Hi.
it.
Hi. Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
That's all.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rez Hockey. I'm Trev, and with me as always is Mr. Champ himself.
Yeah.
He's still riding the gravy train.
Yeah, I'm still
He's still on cloud nine, as you could see in that beautiful San Francisco background with all the clouds. He's on one of those clouds right there in the background. With me as always, Bushy. What's up, Bush?
Oh, not much. Not much. Having a good night. It's good and chill, relaxing.
Finally starting to get warm.
Yeah.
And the only crappy thing about spring is all the dog crap that's coming out,
Yeah.
especially with our dog, and our neighbor has two dogs, so it's a lot of dog poo that's coming out of the snow with the snow melting. So gotta wear my rubber boots when I take Marley out because I know for sure I'm stepping on dog
Oh,
shit.
you're stepping in it.
So I saw a teammate of yours that you played with at the North American. I won't,
Yeah.
and he told me leave Bush alone now. I saw him at
You,
Safeway
you talking about
on,
Arabic?
yeah, it was
Oh.
Robbie. It was on Saturday, and, Rob just told me just leave Bush alone now. Just leave him alone now.
Oh, sad.
Had a good laugh about that. So I was like, never, man. This guy's a champ. I, I gotta get my shots in while I can.
Yeah.
When who knows when will be the next time Bush wins. Hopefully it's not
Yeah.
another 30. But yeah, we had a good laugh about it and whatnot. Rez Hockey, we are currently recording on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe. We are recording on Treaty Shree territory, so we always want to give land acknowledgement to where Bush and I are on the land that we are on. So I know sometimes we forget about it, and so I like to when I do remember, I like to give a shout out to where we are. So thank you, Treaty Three. Treaty Three was written in 1903
Something like that.
or 1907 or 1909. Early 1900s, we'll say.
Yeah.
So, shout outs. Do you have any shout outs for episode 111? Do you want to say hi to everyone? Anyone? Does anyone have a special anniversary, birthday, anything? No,
Um,
I can't think of anything.
I can't.
Or anyone?
Not one in particular, but the tournaments are full force. I'd give a shout out to any and all organizers of a team. Caden last week mentioned how difficult it is to be a GM.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because I know someone close to me that that hasn't been known to jump ship. I don't know who it is, but all kidding aside, though, like it's that to be a GM and to or organize a team for these tournaments, these imports, they can and they will change their mind, and it's got to be frustrating because you think they're locked in for like whatever, then a lot, and then the 2 weeks, 2 days to the tournament, they might change
That
their mind. But
sucks.
but to all the hardworking, the one that comes to mind is Leslie. I mean, she posts tirelessly on
Oh,
social
for
media about
sure.
she promotes the young guns, Canoe Lake young guns, and there's shout out to organizers like that.
Because they're the ones who are organizing all the fundraising, all the
Yeah,
bingos, all the different like
yeah,
this fundraising events that they put on. It's a lot of work, especially
yeah,
when you have a full-time job. Like she's a teacher
yeah,
and like
yeah.
like Paul is a teacher. Like, where do you find the time,
I
Bells?
know.
So,
I know she
but
even said today or yesterday that she's got a regular job on top of what all she does for the
it's like
Canoe
having
Lake.
two
So
full-time jobs pretty much.
yeah. So
So
nice
yeah,
shout out to all those organizers that work tirelessly behind the scenes.
and there's still a lot of minor hockey tournaments
Yeah.
happening throughout Canada, and I think it's harder to put together a team with kids because you got to
Hmm.
work with the parents, right?
Yeah.
And some parents are just douchebags and
Oh,
oh, my kid, I want this, I want that. It's like, or
my kid will
was my
play, but he's got to start.
yeah,
It's
my
just
kid not getting ice time, and
yeah.
we came all the way here just for them to sit on the bench, and I heard it all. I'm glad my minor hockey days are done coaching and managing teams
Mhm.
because that was a pain in the ass for sure. So yeah, um, we're gonna start Cuz of the Week again. Cuz of the
Yeah.
Week, what we did, we just want to recognize a listener or anyone who wants to, like, it's like a big shout out, I guess. Then
Yeah.
we'll post it on our socials, our Instagram and Facebook. So this we had Cuz of the Week for the last year and a half, and just the last couple of months we kind of stopped and took a break, but we're gonna start Cuz of the Week off again. And this week, this week's Cousin of the Week is one of your former teammates and a former teammate of mine. I called him Mr. Jumping Ship the last week because this guy jumped ship like 4 teams in 2 different tournaments. And Bush knows who I'm talking about because he's
Exactly.
laughing. He played with. Yeah, I've known this guy for pretty much my whole life growing up in Moosonee Moose Factory, and he's always been a good guy to me. And I've been playing with him since I was a teenager, so that's a long, long time. This week's Cuz of the Week is Mr. Pat Edwards, formerly of Moosonee, Ontario, but currently lives in Timmins, Ontario. And yeah, I was teasing him about being Mr. Jump. He likes Mr. Jump Shipper because he jumped he jumped like ship on 3 different teams in
Hmm.
one tournament. So I was kind of like, what the heck?
That's one weekend.
One
Never
weekend,
mind.
yeah. Then he was supposed to play for us in Winnipeg, and I gave him the time. And when we went to the rink to go watch the game before us, and he was playing on the other team, I was like, what the frick is this guy doing, man? So, but yeah, Pat, he he has won many championships in the old timers division lately, and he likes to call himself clutch because he says he scores big goals and when the goals are needed. I don't know. I think he scored one big goal for you guys, right?
He did, yeah.
Who
Right.
was that against?
I think it's a Predators, I think.
Oh, Whitefish?
Yeah.
Who is Whitefish's imports? Uh
I, I don't know.
Dave Roger Morrison from Fort Francis, and who is the third one?
I don't
No.
know.
So
It didn't matter to
it
me.
didn't matter. You guys won.
Yeah.
You should have said it like The Rock. It doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
Every time I see a Rock shirt, like an Under Armour shirt, I always think of you. Every like I'll go in
Oh
a sports
yeah.
check, and that's all I see in the Under Armour section is just the Rock shirts, like fucking Bush.
It's because
Oops,
I wore that one shirt every week.
for like 2 years in a
I
row.
know.
So yeah, so if anyone that you know want to be cousin of the week for our show, let us know. Shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be more than happy to what's the word for that person to be
Accommodate.
because of the week? Yeah, to accommodate them. So yeah, shoot us a message. Anyone
Yeah.
can be because of the week. So we're gonna be starting that up again. So it's always fun. We
Yeah.
got to meet a lot of cool people, and there's no age limit. You can be 10 years old and you 12, or you can be an old timer
My age.
senior citizen like Bush in their 60s. We don't age
Yeah.
discriminate on Rez
No.
Hockey. So we welcome people of all ages. So um Hockey Indigenous, they I guess they kind of kicked themselves in the ass last week. They posted uh a post about them endorsing an agency,
Oh yeah.
and this agency was unfortunately charging money for to get youth to represent them with this agency. And they left a post where they commented that if the family can't afford to pay this agency, that there are grants out there for the youth, for them to pay, for them and the family to pay their agency fees. And it didn't go too good with me, and I knew a lot of hockey guys too didn't agree with this. I know, like, Jason Smith, former guest of the show, one of the best defensemen, niche players to ever play this game. He did some research and he couldn't find anything on this agency based out of Ottawa. There was no website and really no information. And I shared Hockey Indigenous post, and they took it down now,
Mhm.
probably after all the backlash. But I shared the post and I left a comment. It's like, you parents have to be careful with these agencies who are coming around you and your kids and saying, okay, give us this amount of dollars. I will represent your child, your youth, and we will get them somewhere to play. Um, but a lot of the times these guys are just money grabbers and looking for a quick buck to make, especially when they commented that there's grants that they can get from the child's using the child's name. And one of the things that I thought of right away is, like, if the kids is 17 and under, they could probably try to use Jordan's principle to
Yep.
get guaranteed money to pay these agents their fees, which can be thousands and thousands of dollars. So there's these agencies know that they can get money from the government with part of Jordan's principle to scam these families and these players, when deep down these scouts won't do shit for these families and kids. They'll get
Yeah.
them shitty teams to play on, like the Outlaw League, that Greater Metro Hockey League.
Yeah.
Because I know some kids that were part of this agency based out of Ottawa, and they ended up playing in that shitty league, that so-called Junior A league, that Greater Metro Hockey League, and that league's really just like the agency. They're only in it for the money because they charge upwards like $7,000 to $10,000 plus for these First Nations kids to play, while they'll charge maybe $1,000 for, like, the good players who 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 have junior experience to come play for them. So it's a really hit and miss. So parents, players, aunts and uncles, be careful with these wannabe agencies that are not who are just out there to make a quick buck, and just use your kid. It's upsetting. It pisses me off that agencies are like this, and I will call out the agency and just to make aware of the parents, and because I don't want to see parents to get ripped off thousands of dollars, right, Bush?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 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 really upsetting to me, and I just glad that they took that post down, and hopefully they're not Hockey Indigenous smartens up and doesn't promote this agency that they're trying to get kids to jump on board with them. So be wise, be smart, parents. Do your homework. Internet's a great tool. Google's a great tool.
Yep. Use a Google
Because
machine, folks.
yep. So yeah, just be smart. I know back in the day, you families, if the kid is under 18 or under 20, is not making money, there's no way why you should be paying family advisors and agents,
Yeah.
right? So do your homework. Don't get scammed. And if you guys have a question, just shoot us a message on our social medias, and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out and try to lead you to the right way. And so, because in the hockey world, everyone knows everyone. If you know one guy here, he'll know 10 guys
Yeah.
in a different town and so forth. So it's like a connecting map, right? Really, especially in Indian countries, everyone
Yeah.
knows everyone and knows everyone's reputation. So we're just out here to help you guys and try to help you guys not get scammed thousands of dollars. So, and that's another thing. It's that time of year where coaches and GMs are looking for their team for the fall. So they're going to be calling you guys and
Yeah.
messaging you guys on your social medias and be careful of that outlaw league, that Greater Metro Toronto or Greater Metro Hockey League GMHL. It's considered an outlaw league because it's not sanctioned with Hockey Canada. So they try to get a lot of First Nation kids on their teams because they know their band will somehow give the money and pay their
Yeah.
fees and their billet fees. So I've seen it. I know a lot of kids that played in that league from Northern Ontario, and they'll give kids these spots, and they haven't seen the kids play. Like, unfortunately, my kid was one of the kids that got asked to go play down south, and they didn't even see Nick play. And I was like, I asked the coach, like, how can you give my son a spot on a junior team when you haven't even seen him play?
Hmm.
And I kind of questioned him. I was like, dude, what you're doing is wrong. You're just trying to sucker us and to give you guys money. And because he told me it was like 10 grand for Nick to go down there.
Oh.
And he's like, we'll hold a spot for your son if you guys give us $1,000 right now and we'll hold a spot. It's like, whatever, man. You're just in it. This is a scam. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. Like, you don't even know Nick's style of play or you never seen him play. Like, so how are you gonna give him a spot? So they're just in it for a quick buck and I didn't bite and it kind of pissed me off. And so be careful, guys, parents, players. I know for you kids, if you get a message from a junior in quotation marks,
Yeah.
coach or GM saying we're interested in you coming down to Southern Ontario to play, and the guy's never seen you play, so try to not to get too hyped up about it. Don't get your too overexcited because what what might happen is that they're just in it for the money and and you might be sitting on the bench like just writing a pine. So do your homework. Let us know if anyone has any questions about it, and we'll see how that puppy goes. So Leafs are winning right now, thank God.
Oh my.
So yeah, be
That,
careful of fake agents in these phony outlaw leagues, junior leagues down south in Southern Ontario. Um, Unfortunately, they're just in it for a quick buck, and they don't really care for your development as a person
no.
and a player. So damn Jerry McGuire's,
They
show
want
me
to
the
be shown the
money.
money.
Yeah, that's all they want. So, whoo. Okay, what
That
else? Anything else? I'm
I think
tired.
that's good.
Tired from talking about that.
You have a lot to say. There's some good things that he said though.
Yeah, it's true.
Parents
Like
beware, man.
it is. It's just, and same goes for these prep schools. Like there's prep schools all over coming up now.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago when my kids were U18, this school from Manitoba messaged me and asked me if my daughter was available to play. And I was like, we'll see. I thought about it, did the homework, and it seemed like an okay school. And unfortunately, I told him we can't afford it. It was $32,000 for my daughter Anna to play at this hockey academy. And the first thing he said after I said we couldn't afford it, and so we told him no. Oh, can her band pay for it?
Yeah.
So
See, that's
when
just
so when he asked that right away, I knew he was like, this guy's not really in it for my daughter and her talent. He's just in it for a quick buck, trying to fill up his roster just to get that money off the band. Like 32,000 is a lot. then he asked me, do you have any other kids that play hockey? He's like, yeah, my son is U18 as well. He goes, well, how about this? If your daughter and your son come to our hockey program, our hockey academy, we'll give you guys a discount. So I was like, and I thought about it. It's like, well, how much are you thinking? And I thought he was gonna take off like 10 grand maybe.
Yeah.
He goes, your two kids will they can come to our academy for 60 grand.
It's- Oh,
4 grand, really? You're gonna take off 4 grand? I was like, no, it's like, nice try, buddy. But I see a lot of kids at this prep school, this like hockey academy, and there's a lot of First Nations kids on that team,
of
on
course.
the girls and boys teams. So I think these academies are just money grabs as well. They know that the reserves and bands will help pay their tuition and their hockey fees. So why not ask like someone that's going to guarantee the money, right? Instead of someone
Mhm.
who's going to have trouble paying. So these people are smart. They're like sharks. Once they see blood, that's it. They'll So be careful out there with especially if your kids are 17 and under, they'll try to use that Jordan principle and they'll make
Yeah.
it really look like a sweet deal, but deep down it's not. They're just in it for the money. So be smart, be wise, and if you have questions, just shoot us a question, shoot us a message on Facebook, Instagram. We'll be more than happy to help. Whew. I am tired after that. I was watching a couple weeks ago when I was in Winnipeg watching Tribal Days. I was watching this one team, and there were first couple goals. They were after they scored, they'd go to the bench, mitts out, do the fist pumps along the bench. Then when they started scoring more and more, they stopped, which was very, very respectful. Like they didn't want to disrespect the other team,
Mhm.
knowing they were up a bunch of goals and the other team wasn't as good as the team that
Yeah,
I was watching. And I thought that was very respectful.
that is.
And so, question: when is it a good time to stop doing the mitts outs, doing the skate by the bench after scoring? How many goals?
I'd say definitely not two, right, Susan? Yeah. I'd say five.
Five. I'd go with 5 goals too. So
Five.
if it's like 5-0, yeah, I wouldn't go by.
Yeah.
But if it
You
was
score a
maybe a
goal.
one or two goal lead, for sure, do it because
Yep.
the other team's still in the game.
Hmm.
And the 2 goal lead's the worst lead in hockey. Everyone
Ever.
knows that. So yeah, if it's maybe 1 to 2 goal, 1 to 2 to 3 to goals, do it. But 4 or 5, you're kind of
Hmm.
going too far. But anything after 5, you're just a douchebag, man. Just
Yeah.
give it up, man.
If you
Everyone knows you.
score a goal, you just start even put your head down and just kind of glide to your bench and say, oh,
Yeah.
well,
Just go back to
I
the
scored.
circle. But
Yeah.
um Bobby Orr used to do that back in the day, like watching
Yeah.
videos of him. He would never celebrate. He would just put his head down and skate back to this balloon because
Yeah.
he said he never wanted to embarrass the other team, which is like very good sportsmanship. And you got to think, guys are pissed off when they're losing that by that much,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have it in their head. This guy's embarrassing me now. Now I'm gonna go embarrass him and stick him or do something that's really gonna change the game, change the tournament for that player, right? So,
Yeah.
and it's a unfortunately it's the crappy part of the game, but it's it's not. It's almost like karma, but a payback, right?
Yeah.
So people, players after a couple goals. I know it's fun to score goals. It's even though we don't, Bush and I don't score goals. It's fun to score goals and just to get recognition from your bench. But after a while, just remember respect. It all comes down to respecting the other team too,
Yeah.
because it can get ugly fast. So remember that. But yeah, I always like watching other teams have it be on like junior hockey on TV or the NHL to see when do they stop um going by their benches with the mitts out. So
Yeah.
it is very respectful of that team to stop when I was at the Tribal A's, and I was very impressed. And so it's always good that teams still respect each other with in these res tourneys, even though they're playing for 20 to 30 grand. It comes down to respect. So it was very good to see. I was impressed. So and keep it up to that team. Should I mention the team?
Do it.
The team that I was watching that it was Norway House Bruins.
Oh,
Um, I can't remember who they were playing, but it was Skyler, former guest of the
yeah.
show,
Yeah.
Skyler, from Norway House. He's the one that scored to make it 5-0, and he didn't skate by the bench for a minute out. He just went back, put his head down. He did well. He fist pumped the gut like the guys on the ice. Then after that, like they didn't celebrate. They just fist pumped each other and went back to the center ice circle and waited for that face off. And I was very impressed because nowadays you get a lot of kids who selly no matter what, right? 7-0,
Yeah.
8-0. You'll see it on social media and they're selling, doing stupid sellies and stuff like that. So it's just good to see that they were respecting the other team and not throwing it in their face that they were up 5-0. And this was in like the first 10 minutes of the first.
Oh,
So they were up lots, and so it was good to see. And hopefully a lot of teams do the same and just not rub it in the other team's faces because it comes down to respect, right? And karma,
yep.
because there's
Yep.
always going to be a team better than you that you play, no matter what. So Uh, okay, let's go to the Brent
Yeah.
Wilson Memorial
Yeah.
Tournament. The teams were announced last week,
Boy.
and 20 teams. This is a good tournament. It's contact hockey. I
Yeah.
think this is like a big pre Freddy tournament, like
Yeah, I think so.
because these teams, one of these teams that are playing in the Brent Wilson will win the Freddy for sure. Um, Okay, how will okay? I'll name the first two rows and you go the bottom two. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay. First teams are Round Lake Bears from Saskatchewan, Saugeen Braves, Fisher River Cree, Lake Manitoba, Peguis Mean Machine, Norway House Bruins, Akwesasne Wild, Moose Lake Monarchs, Eagle Lake Chiefs, and Canoe Lake Young Guns.
I like all those teams.
Yeah.
Like, you're right. I think it's this could be fun to watch.
You got the two bottom row teams.
Yes, I do. Well, I'm just looking at the um picture as well. PBC and Stars. Again, to all the listeners, I'm not shortening the name of the reserve. I'm just reading what the on the
Off
what's
the
on the
logo.
crest of
Yeah.
the logo. Yeah. It is Cross Lake Selects United. What's that one?
That's Onion Lake Border Chiefs.
Oh, Onion Lake Border Chiefs. Okay. Now the Oposquayak Winterhawks Cree Nation, or is it the Oposquayak Cree Nation Winterhawks?
Either or.
The Oposquayak Cree Nation Winterhawks. That sounds better.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
look
how
at
it
that.
is.
Oh, the Sandy Lake Chiefs. What is that one?
That one is Long Plains,
Oh, Long Plains. Okay. Peguis Mohawks.
Norway House, North Stars.
Norway House. Norway House North Stars.
I can't remember they're the Hawks. Their reserves like Shemanawin Hawks, I think.
Okay. And
I'm
then
wrong. Might be wrong.
and probably the greatest rivalry with the Norway House is Cross Lake Islanders.
Yeah,
I would say,
that's
yeah.
20 very, very good teams. Um, I don't know who's gonna win.
I
That's
don't know.
they're allowed imports as well. So with your imports, like you could like a lot of these teams are good, and just including their imports, they could be like shit.
Yeah. Chihuahuan.
Yes.
Chihuahuan, yeah. Chihuahuan Hawks.
Okay, I was pretty close.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think? I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's
These are
hard.
20 like one of these teams will win the Freddy.
Yep, I think
Guaranteed.
so.
So this tournament at the Hockey for Kids, I think that's what it's called. Iceplex in Winnipeg, Manitoba, is just on the other side of the west perimeter in Winnipeg. It's where the Tribal Days was held for those who aren't sure. Um,
Also, for you older listeners like me, it is where the Melvin Fontaine Memorial Hockey Tournament was held in the early, probably 2011 to 2014.
it used to be called
Yeah, I know
MTI's
because
MTI's Iceplex. I
can
can't even see that.
I can't can my camera pick it up?
Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Oh yeah. You got a game star?
Yeah,
What? Really?
yeah. Well, it was shared, but Tiny gave it to me because we each pumped in 3 goals.
What?
But
You pumped
but
in three?
but for some reason his name was recognized more because he's a better defenseman than me.
Just by just a tad. So, but it's cool because you got Aquasaucony from all the way from Southern Ontario, Quebec, New York area coming in that. You
Yeah.
got a Saskatchewan teams coming from that. So it's gonna be good. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this. It all depends who's the imports, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
should we plan to go for that? Go watch like Saturday and Sunday?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I mean, so yeah, the Brent Wilson, the second annual Brent Wilson Memorial Tournament is going to be good. Like Norway House against Cross Lake, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't know the schedule yet, so Aquasaucony is going to take a good team. Like PBCN's always good. Canoe Lake, Eagle Lake, Sandy Lake. There's a lot of lakes in here. Out of the picture, my favorite, who's your favorite logo out of these logos? I like these logos. And my favorite one is Long Plains. They use the old Frölunda Indians out of the
Yeah.
Swedish Elite League. That was a sick logo. I don't know what, I think it's unfortunate Frölunda, the hockey team in Sweden, had to change the logos because that was a really good logo.
Hmm.
Yeah, Frölunda, I mean, Long Plains is my favorite jersey. Or Saugeen too. They have the old North Dakota Fighting Sioux
Yeah.
logo.
That's
That's a
that's
classic one.
that is classic.
But the one I don't understand was like no offense, is the Lake Manitoba First Nation logo. It's that eagle with the
Yeah.
what is that
Looks like a
with a tomahawk
I would say
in,
tomahawk.
in
Yeah.
its mouth. Like that's a pretty scary eagle.
Yeah.
Imagine an eagle coming at you flying with a tomahawk in its mouth.
Just weaponized.
Yeah, you're gonna get a tomahawk in the back or the top of the head from the eagle. Just drop it on you. Every time now I'm gonna see an eagle flying by, I'm gonna look. Does the eagle have a tomahawk in its mouth? That was one of the no offense to Lake Manitoba First Nation, but I've never seen a logo like that before.
Yeah.
So the Mean Machine hockey, that's a cool one. Peguis, that's
Mhm.
pretty cool. It's like
Yep.
the movie. What's that movie with Adam Sandler?
Longest yard.
Yeah, Mean Machine.
And
That
that
Indian commentator
that
there.
commentator.
Yeah,
Mean machine.
Mean
Mean
Machine.
machine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Speaking of movies, I
Yes. Let's
watched
get to this movie.
I watched the new Roadhouse movie by myself the other night, and I liked it.
You hear that, folks?
I know, like got some bad reviews and stuff like that, but I thought it was good. I was like, it was, and I know Bush, you're not a fan of it, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it, but I understand what it was. It wasn't a remake though. Well, let's get that perfectly clear to our listeners that it's not a remake of the late Pat
The,
Swayze.
the originals. The
Yeah,
thing I don't understand, how did Jake Gyllenhaal get stabbed twice in the same spot and not die?
yeah.
Like, what is that? Is that your liver or your kidney where he got
Yeah.
stabbed?
Look, probably kidney.
Right on the side. He got stabbed there
Yeah,
twice, and he just
yeah.
usually don't you like bleed to death if you get stabbed like
It's
that?
yeah,
And
that's
he
what I
wasn't
always thought.
bleeding, like, but I that was the only part I thought was kind of weird, but like that UFC fighter, what's his name?
Connor.
Conor McGregor was on it, and he kind
he
of he was kind of shitty acting, I thought.
he
Like
was too over the top. Like,
he was trying too hard, man.
yeah.
But I like overall I liked it and I would recommend it. So I thought it was cool. I give it three, no, yeah, 3.5 stars out of 5.
Mhm.
So for those who are wanting to watch a movie on Amazon Prime, I recommend it. It's Trev recommended and 50-50 for Bush.
Yeah.
It's cool though. Like some of it was funny. So yeah. Um yeah, Paula watched it without me and I watched it before I went to bed the other night and it was one of those movies I couldn't stop watching. It's like I just kept on watching till the end and it was like after midnight and I was like, oh my God, it's over and I'm gonna pay for it in the morning when I wake up tired. Sure enough, I was tired
Oh,
yesterday. So I can't stay up and watch movies late like that after midnight now. I'm just totally gassed and barely keeping my eyes open. But yeah, check it out, Roadhouse on Amazon Prime. Uh I got yeah, the women's division for the Freddy came out and they had to revise it because a team
yeah.
had to pull out. Two-time defending champion Sage Strong pull out of the Freddy. Um, I'm not sure why. I do know why, but I just don't want to say it. And Bush
Yeah.
knows why. And we
Hmm.
just don't want to be telling all of you because yada yada yada. But it's unfortunate. Two-time champions. Like the women's division is open and it's up for grabs. It's gonna this. I think I'm more excited about the women's division now because it's good
Yeah.
hockey. It's chippy hockey, and these girls don't mess around. Like when we went to go watch last year, it was like more like the hits were better than the
Yeah, I
men's
know.
division. It was chippy. I liked it, um, and yeah, it's unfortunate that they won't be able to be around to three-peat it, but this week's Rez Hockey top five is top five free agents for the Freddy for the women's division, and we're gonna be naming five players that were on Say Strong that are free agents, and they're gonna be I think they're gonna be like cashing in. They'll probably be making more money than the guys. I
Yeah.
can see that 100%. Number four, she didn't play for Say Strong, and she didn't play last year. She's a former guest of the show. She played in Switzerland this year. Number five is Babs, Kelly
Babs.
Babstock.
Yeah.
She played a couple years ago with Wiki, and she's a really good hockey player, and someone will pick her up this year, and she'll make a good payday for sure playing in the Freddy. Number four, she's also a former guest. She plays at Bemidji State University, Bush's alma mater. She was a guest on the show last year, and she played with Sage Strong as a freshman, and she just finished her sophomore season playing for the Beavers. Is Maya Hedrick? She's gonna make. She played really
Yeah.
good last year, playing with Sage Strong. Number three also played for Sage Strong for the last 2 years, winning it back to back, and she's currently playing with. Who's V playing with? Toronto out of the PWHL. Victoria Bach V. So she'll be one of the top agents as well. Number 2 played for University of Wisconsin. She played for New York at the PWHL this year. She played for U.S. Olympic team. Everyone knows and loves Abby Rock.
Yep.
So Abby was on Stay Strong the last 2 years as well. So she'll make some good coin playing in the Freddy. And then the number one player that we have is she was on the show as well. She's currently playing for Team Canada at the Women's World Championships. Defenseman Jocelyn LeBrock.
Mhm.
So that's cool. We had 4 out of the 5 girls that we just mentioned on the show. So, but yeah, all 5 are they're probably not free agents now. I'm sure teams have been calling them and messaging them, asking to play for their teams. But I'm sure they're going to be like travel, hotel.
Yeah.
They're going to be making some good coins. I'm gonna ask too. Like, hey, how much did you make?
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm looking forward to a new champion, and it's going to be good because you're playing for the Freddy. These girls are going to be hungry. They're going to be excited that there's no Stay Strong this year. So
Yeah.
like Cross Lake, is it going to be Cross Lake's year this year because they lost it with the last 2 finals?
Yeah. I think,
They
well,
think so,
definitely last
yeah.
year. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So is it their turn to win the Freddy? So I'm excited for the women's division for sure. So it's going to be something that everyone is going to pay attention to. Uh, what else?
What else?
The Henry Boucher
Oh,
documentary
yeah.
um is out. It is on PBS. We left a link on our Facebook page. The Electric Indian. I never knew how good Henry Boucher was. Like I knew, like I've heard of Henry Boucher like before, but I never knew how big of a star he was in high school hockey, where high school hockey in Minnesota is so big.
Yeah.
And it was very cool. It was sad to see Henry. I mean, just because he's passed on, I was sad because Henry was supposed to come on the show, and unfortunately, um, he got sick and wasn't able to come on the show. And after a couple months after that, he passed away. So, but it was good to see him recognized of a good hockey player he was. Did you
Yeah.
know Henry like growing up, come like living in this area and him having like family in the Kenora area, and I think he's registered like under Northwest Angle. I can't remember which one.
37.
37?
Yeah.
And that's Dog Paw, right?
Yeah. That's my reserve.
That's your Dog Paw?
And I, oh, can't pronounce it.
Dog Paw is the one by Whitefish, like right
Yeah.
by the bridge. Are you that one or are you
No, I'm the one the other
on the
way.
one on the left?
I'm the one in Wendigo. Yeah.
Okay. I get confused about 33 and 37 all the time, but
Yeah.
I
30,
never knew.
33 is the one in Whitefish, near Whitefish. Thir-
Okay.
37,
Is it, are you guys
over
two
there.
different bands or are you guys just two bands, the same
Oh,
bands, but just different locations?
yeah. I think same band, different location. Like one chief governs them both.
What, really?
Yeah.
What? I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, there's
That's
something new every day.
that's kind of
That's
weird.
what the old saying goes.
That's what she said. But yeah, like he was drafted into the Vietnam War, but there's something like they pulled strings for him to play hockey, and that would be counted for as his service to the USA Army.
Oh,
So he played like Olympics, and he played in World Championships, and he played a season of touring different teams in North America, playing semi-pro and pro teams, and that counted as his service to the U.S. Army. I never knew that. That was cool how they could do that, and especially to do that towards a First Nation man, where like like back in the day, like of if you're colored or a First Nation person, you're going to be drafted and shipped off to Vietnam to fight, right? So
yeah.
it was cool and to see that Henry was able to get some perks of being drafted, and so it was very cool. He was such a good hockey player. He signed with Detroit as a 19-year-old after he got out of the U.S. Army.
Nice.
But it was unfortunate. He got injured in that Boston game, and it was premeditated. And
Hmm.
he was out of the NHL at 25 years old. And he had a lot of, and he talked about how he had a lot of hatred towards the NHL and hockey, that he didn't like hockey no more. So it was very good and very good to hear him explain a lot of the things that I didn't know. And so, and it was cool. I think it was his family that helped put the TV that documentary together. It was very well made. Is one of the better ones. So if you we'll post it again.
Yeah.
We'll post the link again and check out the documentary. Trying to grab something. It's like 50 minutes long, so my laptop's gonna die. Just grabbing my cord. Don't mind me. As you can see, my in the background, I don't have a bed sheet for a curtain. We should do that. Make like a Rez Hockey curtain and have it as a bed Rez Hockey bed sheet and put it in the background as a curtain, like a background.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out that documentary. Him and Bush have a lot of things in common. They are both Americans and they're both North Ankle band members.
Yep.
So it's it was very good because he was a pioneer for sure, man. He was the only NHLer to wear a headband. And how badass was that to wear a headband
Yeah.
playing in the NHL? So if I ever see, you should wear a headband. Too bad we weren't allowed to
Think so.
wear no helmets.
No helmets.
You would totally rock the headband.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Maybe one of these next tournament, just like a pre-game warmie, just
Oh
go out
yeah,
there
the
with a
warm up.
headband. Yeah,
I should. I shouldn't. I will, I think.
that'd be sick. And wear some like 1970 bar skates with the old school blade. Did you used to have those kind of skates?
I don't think my ankles would handle that anymore.
I know. I think I don't know. I got wide feet, so my feet would kind of be weird skating on those skates. Okay, question.
Answer.
Your favorite player, Austin Matthews. I mean, Connor McDavid has
Yeah.
100 assists. And my favorite Leaf player, Austin Matthews, is 66 goals. He'll get 70.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? 70 goals or 100 assists?
That's a good question.
Both are
I
hard
yeah.
feats to get, right?
Oh yeah. Just like Hyman. I'm okay. We won't talk about him anymore.
Garbage goals count too, so I
Yeah.
guess
I prefer 100 assists because that
I'd
just
go with
means
the 70 goals. I would.
yeah.
But I'm sure with McDavid, a lot of these assists are primary,
Yeah.
right? They're off his tape and going on Hyman's, or they're going off Draisaitl, right? Going to Draisaitl. So
Yeah,
I'd go
with the
with the
one
100 goals.
100 goals.
Yeah. I think I'm picking 100 goals because I'm not a goal scorer. I don't score, can't score. So
You know what you just said?
what?
You said I'm going to pick 100 goals because I'm not a goal scorer.
Oh shit, 70 goals. Imagine if Matthews gets another 20 goals in the playoffs when Toronto wins the cup. He'll score like 90 goals in a season.
And
No?
on that note,
And on that note, um, we're gonna check out game 6, see if Ari Otters and our boy, what'd you name Carrie again? Terrians?
oh,
Carrie Terrians are winning tonight. Hopefully Ari wins tonight, and I mean if they if they win game 6 tonight, it'll be game 7 tomorrow. So hopefully they win tonight and tomorrow to go to round 2. But Sudbury Wolves and North Bay will be playing against each other. We got Zach Giroux, who plays for Sudbury Wolves, and Dylan Wakely, who plays for North Bay Battalion. I almost called them North Bay Centennials, but yeah, we got the two First Nations, two young Indigenous players playing against each other, Zach and Dalen. So that's going to be a good series. That the rivalry rivalry goes back to like the 80s and 90s when Sudbury and North Bay hated each other. So that's going to be a good. I think that's going to go like 6-7 games. But Dalen's been scoring like really good all year. Like he got over 100 points in EO this year, and he has
Oh,
in 5 games so far. He has 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points. In regular season, he had 39 goals, 65 assists for 104 points in 66 games, and he was a plus 54.
oh.
It's like shit. This guy's gonna
So
get signed to an NHL contract for sure.
so I use a Google machine, the interweb, and unfortunately, Kitchener won in OT. But
Oh
our
no, so
yeah,
carries out. Hmm.
Tuesday or yeah, April 9th,
Yeah. So they're out,
2020.
eh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Carey got a goal. He got the second goal of the game or for Erie. And it looked like 5 minutes into overtime, Kitchener scored.
That sucks.
Yeah.
The question now for Carey is will he play for Akwesasne at the Freddy? Would you let a second round NHL draft pick go play in the Freddy?
Mm,
If you were Carey's father or his agent, what would your answer be?
yeah. Knowing full well what happened to our boy Damon.
Yeah, I would say no.
Yep.
You're risking your NHL career to play in a tournament. Even though we love the Freddy, we're going to the Freddy. We have nothing but good things to say about the Freddy. But it's contact hockey. It's men's
Yeah.
hockey. It's not like junior hockey. You're playing against full-grown men who are stronger and faster against a lot of these junior players, right? So, and it's a contact, so you're taking a big risk of your health and playing against these men, and some of them are gonna hit the hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
like Harley Garriock. He was on the show. A
Mhm.
friend of ours. He hits that guy's a brick house, man. He's solid. Like every time someone had the
Yeah.
puck and it was playing against cross leg, he had like he was gonna hit the guy and it was gonna
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
He hits hard, man. And I wouldn't want Kerry to go up against
No.
Harley because Harley's gonna hit him and Harley hits hard. So you're risking your future. Like even though we want to see him play at the Freddy and see
Yep.
him win and succeed, I just don't want him to see him get hurt. So I think it'd be a good idea to not play in the Freddy tournament. So I do want him to see. I do want him to play in it, but I don't because he has a bright future. Same as um like what happened with Damon Gardner last year for Eagle. Like he's a Vancouver Canuck draft pick and went to Clarkson University this year. He unfortunately some guy stuck out his knee and it was a knee hit with Damon and Damon was on crutches for a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
but it's just how hockey goes and you do take that chance every time you play when you step on the ice. So
Mhm.
I'd I'd be a big no. No for Carey to play for Akwesasne, even though I'd love to watch him play and see him, but I just don't think it's a smart move because he's only 18 years old, so he has
Yeah.
so much hockey. He has playing a Freddie when you're 30
Yeah.
in your 30s and you had a good NHL career, good hockey career is done. So
Yeah. Plus,
so
I think he'll be the alternate or one of the leaders in in Ottawa this coming
Yeah,
Christmas.
he's going to be on Team USA for sure, man.
Yep.
So he's only going to get better. He's only going to get stronger. He's still a kid. So we'd rather see him succeed playing Team USA, or still in the OHL and eventually the
Hmm.
Mighty Ducks. So take your time. Don't rush playing in these men's tournaments. Another second round that
Oh,
we
here
are
we go.
focusing on is our
Yep.
boy Dwayne Jean Jr. and the Red Deer Rebels
Yeah,
against
it was his oh, happy belated, Dwayne.
boy, happy belated. The
Yeah.
big 2-0 now is not a
No.
teenager. Welcome to adulthood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Red Deer Rebels will be playing the Saskatoon Blades, which is coached by our buddy, Mr. Toe Dragon, Mr. Wasey Rabbit.
Yep.
So that's going
They
to
will
be
be in the SaskTel Center, Saskatoon, 8 p.m. People, go watch some good hockey.
yeah, that's going to be good, man.
Hmm.
I mean, uh, I was texting Wasey and he wants us to go. He th They have a really strong team this year, and we told him that we'll be in Saskatoon again next month, and he told us to come watch the Blades play. So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
very positive that they're gonna make it far this year,
Oh,
which is
good.
awesome. So hopefully Saskatoon is in town and
Yeah.
still in the playoffs when we go to Saskatoon next month. So
Yep.
yeah, that's going to be a good series. Hunter Mayo's another indigenous kid that plays for Red Deer, and he's a really good defenseman. So it's I don't know. Who do you think's gonna win the I don't know. I hate to
I
pick a
don't know.
winner for that one. Same goes with the Sudbury North Bay, the two playoff series that we're focusing on right now. I don't know. You want to see someone either or someone succeed in the second round. So, but it's just a matter of who. Um, what else? I think we
Yeah.
covered
That's
everything.
covered it.
Okay,
Yep.
one more. The Jim Nielsen Memorial Tournament is in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan this week. Um, it's a big tournament in the honor of the late Jim Nielsen, who played in the NHL. Um, really, that's another good story. Like like he grew up in an orphanage in Prince Albert, and he made the NHL. Like that's a really good story. They should do a documentary or like a little short movie on the late Jim Nielsen. It'd be a cool one for sure. Okay, well, we'll name the teams that are participating in the senior contact division. Red Pheasant Rebels, BRD's Blackhawks, PBCN Stars, Onion Lake Border Chiefs, Canoe Lake Young Guns, Whitefish Flyers, Kisakus Rangers, Soto Three Stars, Pahashna Warriors, L'Orange 89ers, Round Lake Bears, and Norway House Bruins. Pretty much the same teams that are in the Brent Wilson
Yeah.
Memorial. Um, this is a double knockout round. So if you lose the first game, you're making that loser bracket. That's like an
That's a
extra,
gauntlet. Yeah.
yeah, man. You're playing an extra 4 or 5 games for sure, making that long trek to that championship. Um, you're allowed 3 imports for the Jim Nielsen tournament. So I don't know who's gonna win seriously. Norway House is gonna do good. Canoe Lake's gonna do good. Red Pheasants always good. PBCN. I'd go. Ooh, I don't know, man. Like Round Lake has been playing super good all year round this year. I mean, who knows? Like, there's so many good teams. Like, depends on their imports, right? Like,
Yeah.
depends on the money players. I don't know. It's hard to say. Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know. I
So
really don't.
yeah, those are just the teams, and the tournament's put on by Jim's friend Milton Tutusis. So we just want to say good luck to Milton, who's the organizer. He has a lot of good help, who's helping him put on these tournaments. So there's a old timers division 45 plus, and I think it's an under 21 division too. So It's a lot of good hockey in Saskatoon. So if you're in the area, go check it out. One rule that Milton has put in place, which I think is pretty smart, is visors are mandatory for senior
Ooh,
contact division, right?
ooh, really, eh?
Yeah. Not too many tournaments really push for that rule. So that's a good rule. Visors, even though I don't wear a visor, but it's smart.
Right.
Consider it's contact hockey, right?
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna put one on next year?
we'll see. I say I am, but we'll see. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I haven't. I thought about it, and I tell myself that I'm going to, but I don't know if when it comes time that I will. But I don't know visors. Who has good visors these days? Like Bauer, CCM, Oakley.
Ooh.
Is there still Oakley visors?
I haven't seen Oakley visors in a while.
Who else put visors on? CCM, Bauer. I was gonna say iTech,
I
but
was gonna say that too. You're gonna age yourself with the eye tech.
yeah, the iTech.
Yeah.
Uh, I think so. I think it's a smart thing now, no matter if you just play scrub hockey or not. Get a visor. It's better for your safety, right? So
Yeah.
it costs $100. So whew, that's anything else before we skedaddle for this
Before
week?
we get out. Nope. I'm good.
You're good. So yeah, good luck
That
to
is
all the
good.
teams playing in the Jim Nielsen Memorial Tournament in Saskatoon this weekend. And remember, guys, just the refs who are refing, they're humans too, and they make mistakes and they miss plays. So take it easy on the refs.
Yeah.
Uh, if you like yelling at the refs and you think you can do a better job, go get your refing
Yep.
certificate and start refing because obviously you're good at it. So another that, have fun, respect each other, and have a good time, and uh, be careful. Like if you're in the stands and stuff like that, be careful what you say and how you how you what's the word? How you show yourself to others because kids are watching and
Yeah.
kids will learn. They'll repeat what you say and how you act.
Hmm.
So if you're acting like a lunatic, swearing and almost fighting in the stands, kids will learn and they'll pick up the same actions, same words. So re just know where you are and know know how to act normal, pretty much.
Yeah.
Watch me at the Freddy just saying F bombs and fighting in the stands. But yeah, we'll see you next week for 112.
112.
So yeah, we'll see you next week, guys.
Peace.
Peace.